Today, we're going to cover the patch notes for the Autumn 2023 update to World of Warships Legends. And unlike previous patch notes, these ones are pretty slim. There's not a lot coming here. Although, the stuff that is coming, apart from the campaign ship, in my opinion anyway, is pretty interesting. So let's just get right into it. The update drops at the usual time on Monday, August 28th, and it is called the Risk It and Win update. Not a lot coming here, but there is a code that you can redeem if you want to get two Italian camos, two European, and two revolutionary camos, which I think are the communist Soviet ones. In any case, here's what's coming in the update in terms of content. First up, a triple bureau helping. 3 new bureau projects are coming in this update, all of them free to research, and each one of them for a legendary ship. Specifically, and the one I'm most excited about, the French heavy cruiser Henri IV, as well as the Italian battleship Cristoforo. I have no idea how you pronounce this in Italian. I apologize to all my Italian viewers, but the Colombo is coming. Pan-European destroyer Holland as well. Holland should be pretty strong. Colombo has not a great reputation on the PC, but the Italian battleship line in Legends, I think, is massively improved compared to what it is on PC. So this thing might, in fact, be a very spicy meatball. That remains to be seen, but the French cruiser, I'm very excited for this, for the Henri, although I think it will put the final nail in the coffin for the San Luis at Tier 8, because there will really be no reason to play that once the Henri exists. Anyway, 3 Bureau projects. That's great. I know a lot of you out there have completed every single Bureau project, so now you've got something to work on. Next up is the campaign, which, in my opinion, is the least interesting part of this update. The reward for the campaign is the Tier 8 German destroyer Z-44, which the patch notes describe as having rapid reloading, long range torpedoes, and good concealment, as well as the smokescreen generator consumable. In other words, this is a vanilla destroyer that is not very different from the German line we already have. I expect it probably has sonar, although it does not say that here, since that's the German gimmick. But even so, I think this is going to be a pretty middle of the road ship in terms of campaign rewards. Same 100 milestones as it's always been, 5 weeks, etc. And then there is a breakdown of the campaign rewards, which you can look at in detail on the patch notes if you want to. I didn't see anything that was very different here, and I will leave a link to the patch notes in the description. Next up, we've got another season of arena battles. Well, actually, 3 seasons, starting with Tier 4 ships on September 7th. There will be a detailed article released later on down the road that will give more details. And then we've got a collaboration with a heavy metal band, Megadeth. Apparently, Megadeth is arriving to the seas for this collab, and we're getting a Tier 4 premium cruiser called Rattlehead, as well as a patch symbol and background, and 2 commander guises based on the band members. I assume, what's the Megadeth's guy's name? Is it Dave Mustaine? I assume that's him. And who knows who this guy is, but more commander guises based on the band members of Megadeth. And then we've got a little redesign here of the detailed ship specs page. Looks like they've just sort of categorized all the stats into these, I don't even know what you would call them, little windows that you can hover over and see all the detailed stuff for survivability, artillery, torpedoes, etc. I don't know how better that is in terms of organization, but it looks nice, I guess. And then we really come to the end of proceedings here with a couple of premium drops, both of which, by the way, are, well, I guess this isn't really a premium drop, it already existed, but both of which are pretty good, especially this, the Tier 6 Premium Cruiser Maya for the IJN. Now, the Maya is a ship I actually have on World of Warships PC, where it's a Tier 7 premium IJN cruiser. And basically, what it is a down tiered Atago. It's got 8-inch or 203 millimeter guns. I think it has the same number as Atago. It's got 16 hard hitting torpedoes. It also on PC came equipped with, I think, a reload booster, but basically, this is just a down tiered Atago at tier 6. And as you may or may not know, the Atago is still a classic and fantastic cruiser at tier 7. So, getting another version a tier lower, I expect this thing to be pretty spicy, should be pretty good, and I am really looking forward to playing it. Honestly, I love it on World of Warships PC. So, I've got high hopes for this to come to Legends. And then the Soviet Tier 7 premium cruiser Pyotr Bagration is returning for Global XP. It doesn't say how much Global XP, but I assume it'll be 750k, just like all the other Tier 7 premiums available for Global XP. But it is getting some buffs when it comes back, actually, and we'll have to scroll down a little bit for that to the balance changes. The Pyotr Bagration is getting a 15% improvement to its AP penetration multiplier, which is a gigantic number. That should massively increase its ability to pen stuff with its AP and probably make it pretty spicy. Plus, the shell grouping is getting improved by 5%, so a little bit more accuracy. And the radar consumable, which was added to the ship in the previous buff it received, is being extended for its duration from 20 to 23 seconds. I don't actually own the Pyotr Bagration, though. It was one of the campaign ships I missed before I became a community contributor. So I don't know if I'll actually be able to test it out, unless Wargaming invoices it to my port with the update, which may or may not happen. Who knows? But in any case, that is basically the end of the patch notes for this time around. Like I said, not much to dig into here. A couple various bug fixes, none of which I think are worth highlighting. Although maybe I should mention that with the arrival of this update, there was one of those temporary campaign or not campaign, but temporary currencies in the last update, the quadrins, which you could convert to get the Congress and I think the Renown. Anyway, if you still have any quadrins left over, one quadrin will be converted to 1500 credits. So there's that. But that's the end of the patch notes today. And in summary, the Maya, the 3 legendary Bureau projects, that is some content I'm looking forward to. I think the rest, especially the campaign, is pretty hit or miss. So, fairly lean update this time around, but interesting content coming nevertheless. And we will, of course, be streaming on Monday for the update as we usually do. So, let me know what you think of the updates in the comments section. Give the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.